covering the Villages for you. Here's Jill Winters and the VNN Lifestyle News team.
The Village's growth continues to attract new residents. Plus, our restaurant serves up weekly treats to customers. Jill Winters is off. I'm Steve Rosen. With so much to do in the Villages to help you lead an active lifestyle, it's really no surprise that Sumter County is the fastest growing county in the state and one of the fastest growing in the United States, too. According to recent data from the U.S. Census Bureau, Sumter County added 10,103 residents between April 2021 and April 2022 for a population of 144,970. That represents a 7.5% increase year over year to lead the way in Florida. Nationwide, Sumter County is second in growth for all counties with a population over 100,000, trailing Kaufman County in Texas, which experienced almost a 9% increase in its population. The Villages boast more than 3,100 resident lifestyle clubs run by resident volunteers, 747 holes of golf, which is more than anywhere else in the world, in addition to 113 recreation facilities with 110 pools, 241 pickleball courts, and 15 softball fields. The Villages Recreation and Parks Director John Rohan says this is a world-class community that provides its residents with an outstanding lifestyle second to none. He says you see it with the accessibility of the recreation centers, the squares, and restaurants. The churches and other support centers conveniently located all within the community. For more on the growth of the Villages, take a look at the front page of Tuesday's Daily Sun. Every Tuesday inside the Spice and Tea Exchange in Brownwood, the business hosts Tasting Tuesdays to inform customers about some of their products. We were there last week for one of these tasty events.
Today we're doing a creme brulee mini cheesecakes and also a pimento cheese, a homemade signature pimento cheese on crackers. And it's just something fun to be able to give everybody ideas of, how easy it could be, or, it's really not that hard, or just to dress something up. Heavy cream infused with our creme brulee green tea. So it gives it a nice hint of creme brulee flavor without being too overpowering. What better time to do that during our busy season, is when we get all the new customers or all people that aren't here and get to experience like our regular parties that we have, in the off season. It just gives them little samples just to try new things. And it's a great way for us to test our store recipes, because most of the stuff that we do make are our spice and tea recipes. So, and then we do offer our recipe cards that have pre-measured out packets with all your spices in it so that you can, it's just an idea for dinner. You can go home and make this. Nice. And all of our customers get to try everything. And they enjoy that too, to come in and just, who knows, you just get a little treat in the day, just a little something to brighten up your day.
Tasting Tuesdays go from 1 to 4 p.m. Stephanie also says the Spice and Tea Exchange is starting up its tea parties again that are private events. The store is located in Brownwood Paddock Square next to McAllister's. After this short break, resident athletes stay active.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN.
You want to enjoy your home, we know. To live well is to eat well. Knox Restorations knows you want a beautiful kitchen to enjoy your favorite meals with your family. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we can make it happen. Bathroom? We work with trusted brands and American-made materials for a squeaky clean result. Family owned and operated for over 14 years, experienced craftsmen and design consultants. We stand on it. We'll make you look like a million. It's up to you what you tell your neighbors. And much more. So relax. Doc's Restorations will take care of it all for you. One company, one source, one solution.
This is VNN.
Monday's schedule for the Village's Senior Games 2023 had resident athletes playing doubles tennis matches and throwing horseshoes at Paradise Recreation, while at the Fiesta Bowl there were doubles bowling matches going on. Village of Caroline resident Denny Ferris and Calumet Grove resident Tom Fargas teamed up in the men's 70-74 division, winning gold medals. Denny had the highest series during the set with a 720, while Tom had 660 series. Tom says it felt great to win as there were a lot of good bowlers on the lanes and they had to work for it. Denny says there's so much competition in the Villages and he noticed more participation this year compared to years past. He was happy to see some new faces competing. In the women's 70-74 division, Victoria Warden and Kathy Price struck gold as well. This duo posted a combined score of 1,035. Kathy says it was a challenge and they had a good time. They look forward to competing at the state games later this year. And in the men's 65-69 division, there were 7 teams aiming to be at the top. In the end, it was Mike Raines and Steve Lefland who finished in first place with a score of 1,366. Steve says it was rough for them, but they stayed positive throughout and got it done. Mike says everybody encourages you and cheers each other on, and now they're excited to advance to the next level of competition. For more coverage of the Village's Senior Games, read Tuesday's sports section of your Daily Sun.
Here's your VNN 5-day weather.
From the WVLG Weather Center, this is Christopher James with your VNN 5-day forecast. Highs in the mid-80s this week, overnight lows in the low to mid-60s. Chance of rain on Friday and Saturday afternoon at 20%. But other than that, looks like we got a great week ahead. Wednesday's highs 84, Thursday 85, and for the Blueberry Festival on Friday, 87 degrees.
Here's sports reporter Drew Chaltry with this week's Prep Roundup.
The postseason is officially underway here for spring sports, and the Village's tennis teams kicked things off last week at the Class 2A District 5 tournament. Despite a much deeper and more competitive field this year, the VHS girls repeated as district champs. The Buffalo's second doubles duo of Peyton Gardner and Ava Logan clinched the team title with a win over Eustis in the semifinals, and VHS players won 3 of 5 singles brackets. The VHS boys, however, did not win a singles match, and both doubles teams lost in the semifinals of their respective brackets. With the win, the girls qualified for the Region 3 semifinals against Hernando Tuesday night. Look for the result of that match in Wednesday's Daily Sun. Local track and field teams will compete in their district tournaments later this week. The Villages will host the Class 2A District 6 meet at the H.G. Morse Range on Thursday, and Wildwood will travel to Mount Dora Christian for the Class 1A District 7 meet on Friday. The Wildwood Middle High School girls flag football team is in the midst of its first ever district tournament. Following an undefeated regular season, the top-seeded Wildcats kept their campaign going with a 40-0 win over Crescent City Monday night at Lake Weir. Zoe Brown threw 2 touchdowns and Jakira Corbin ran for 2 more in Wildwood's dominant win. They move on to the district semifinals Wednesday night at Lake Weir. And baseball and softball seasons are coming to a close, but teams are heating up for district competition. VHS Baseball will play its home finale Tuesday against Tavares for senior night before finishing out the schedule with 3 straight road contests. VHS Softball, which entered the week 15-3, will host Crystal River Friday night. Wildwood Baseball will be home for St. Francis Catholic on Wednesday, and WMHS Softball, which finished last week on a 3-game winning streak, will host Central Florida Christian on Friday. That's all for this week. For more on the Villages and Wildwood athletics, check out the sports section of the Villages Daily Sun. I'm Drew Chaltry with the latest in local high school sports.
Up next, resident dancers love sharing their passion with others.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. Acleania improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible. So call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Rocking. Dancing.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga.
Relaxing. Or romancing. Thank you for listening to Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
The best mix of music, the songs you love. Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
When she was a child, Diane Vargas knew she wanted to be a ballerina. The Village of Bonita resident fulfilled that dream. She performed with Mexico's National Dance Company. She earned the lead role in many ballets, and she now expresses her love for the art as a ballet instructor and artistic director with Evolution Dance here in the Villages. Her journey began with a ballet class around the age of 6, and she quickly fell in love. She says earning the role of a soloist with the National Dance Company in Mexico was one of her biggest accomplishments, as she says dancers do not usually start as soloists when they first join a company. While with the company, she became a prima ballerina, the highest rank a dancer can achieve. One of her favorite roles was as the White Swan in Swan Lake that she performed outside on a lakefront in front of a castle. She retired to the Villages in 2007 and teaches ballet 3 times a week at Saddlebrook Recreation. Members of the Villages Asian Cultural Performers Club love to dance and share the beauty of their culture with others. The troupe showcases dances, songs, and colorful costumes from China, India, Japan, and the Philippines, and other countries around the world. They're a non-profit organization that performs solely for their passion of showcasing Asian culture. For the Chinese New Year, they gave 3 performances around the community. To learn more about Diane Vargas and the Asian cultural performers, take a look at Tuesday's Daily Sun. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN. Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood.
You're here to have fun, lots of fun. We're Lake Nutrition Center, your health food store. We offer vitamins, supplements, immune boosters, gluten-free and plant-based options that will support your health. We're here to help you feel better, sleep better, manage your stress of those pickleball tournaments, navigate the traffic circles, and help you with your golf game. We look forward to meeting you and helping you stay healthy and have more fun.
There are so many different ways you can exercise, have fun, and burn calories at the same time. Just one example with a Latin rhythm is Zumba Gold, led by Village of Hadley resident Connie Lumpkin.
Zumba is a dance fitness class, and it makes you feel good, it makes you feel better, and it makes you healthier, and you don't really know that you're exercising. You get caught up in the music. As soon as the music turns on, your body starts moving, you start burning calories, and you just feel better all over. Zumba is just like Christmas for the old and for the young. My mother-in-law takes Zumba. She's 96 years old. She does chair Zumba. We teach children Zumba during Camp Villages, and we've had kids from 3.5 years old. So Zumba is for everybody. We actually do have a lot of men who come here to the class to take Zumba, and they absolutely love it. Zumba instructors dress up in bright colors and everything, and we have these crazy outfits. And it's so funny that you go to Publix and you go shopping and someone will say, "Oh, I didn't recognize you with your clothes on," with your regular civilian clothes on.
Connie's Zumba Gold class begins at 10 a.m. Monday and 12:30 p.m. Sunday at La Hacienda Recreation. A childhood field game is attracting more residents in the southern end of the Villages with kickball kicks.
I think it's bringing back their childhood memories. It's not as easy as everyone thinks it is, but I think the reason it triggers them, they remember as a child, couldn't wait till the bell rings to go out in the recess and then, kick around the ball. I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's like, again, I'm going to tell you because it brings back my childhood. I loved kickball when I was a kid. I have to also say I like dodgeball, but I don't think that's a thing that we should be doing out here. We've been in the senior games every year that they have had it, that we've had our kickball league here. And last year, which was the 2022, we took the gold. And what we did is we asked our players who wanted to participate, and then we drew the best team from all the people that wanted to sign up to play.
To sign up to play with Kickball Kicks, you send a message to the email address on your screen. They get together at 3:30 p.m. on the second and fourth Monday of each month at Soaring Eagle Softball Complex and aim to have enough players to use 2 fields while fielding 4 teams. It's time now for a brief commercial break. We'll be right back.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN.
If you get a hearing test, you should also have what's called speech and noise testing. Most of our patients will tell you they have trouble understanding people when there's a lot of ambient noise. So if I don't test you in noise, how do I quantify your handicap? How do I pick the right technology to overcome that? So speech and noise is a big part of our test, but guess what? It takes 2 minutes. It's simple, it's effective, it's scientific. We do it. I'm happy to report that. The other thing that's huge is a cognitive health screening. We know that untreated hearing loss damages the brain. It alters structures of the brain. Well, if I put hearing devices on you and I get the signal to the brain, but the brain is changed, right, that impacts how well the treatment works. So when I screen cognition, when we screen cognition, we get this information about 3 different domains of your cognitive health. And then we test you again in 4 months, right? So I treat your hearing loss, you go through your adaptation and your rehab process. You come back in 4 months and I put you back on that device. And guess what? We're seeing improvements in memory and executive function. So not only do we listen to your problem and treat it effectively, we're also really big about outcomes and validating them.
Mellow Road CBD puts innovation first, giving you the newest line of CBD products in the market. From CBD-infused coffee to gummies, lotions, and oils, MellowRoadCBD.com solutions are designed to help muscle and joint pain, sleeplessness, and even aging and dry skin. Visit MellowRoadCBD.com today to learn more about the various ways they can help you live a balance of physical and mental wellness. MellowRoadCBD.com. Order now and receive 20% off with coupon code VILLAGES exclusively for residents of the Villages.
Now let's see what's happening in Hollywood. Mark Edward Willows has this for us in this week's Entertainment News Update.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Mark Edward Willows with the latest in entertainment news. Starting off on sort of a rather sad note, if anybody was a fan of the long-running CBS daytime drama As the World Turns, Elizabeth Hubbard, who played Lucinda Walsh on the show, sort of the Joan Collins type of role. Well, anyway, the actress passed away last week from cancer at 89 years old. You may also remember her as Althea Davis from the long-running NBC soap opera The Doctors. So our condolences go out to her family and friends. Reba McEntire is putting out a third book, and this book is called Not That Fancy, and it is going to deal with the simpler pleasures of life. So be looking for that copy of the book as it is going to be released later in the fall. Remember Tony Dow from Leave It to Beaver?
What are you doing home in the middle of the morning?
The school nurse sent me home.
Oh, are you sick?
Well, that's what she said, and I wasn't going to argue with her.
Well, as it turns out, he was the biggest heartthrob of the 1960s. The actor received something like over 10,000 letters a week. God, that's about what I get. Unbelievable. So, the actor, of course, since has passed away, but that is really unbelievable at that time. And, of course, that is when you actually sat down and wrote a letter and mailed it with a stamp. The Golden Girls, the big hit 1980s TV show, well, not exactly dead yet. Now it is coming back as a musical. Might be visiting Florida and several cities across the country, as actresses will be playing Bea Arthur, Estelle Getty, Betty White, and Rue McClanahan. And from what I was told, the musical is hysterical. So I will keep everyone updated on that. Speaking of Betty White, this past week in Brentwood, California, her longtime Los Angeles home was demolished. The property was bought for $10 million, and the new owners have decided to put a super large mansion on that property. Remember Kathy Garver from Family Affair, the old CBS sitcom where she played Sissy Davis? Well, the actress today is in her 70s, and I must say, looking beautiful. And she is in a new movie. It is called Yellowbird, and that movie will be released to select theaters later this month. And Kathy has been an actress all of her life. Believe it or not, she started out at 10 years old. She was handpicked by Cecil B. DeMille, and she was in the Ten Commandments. Very interesting and a talented lady. So that is the latest right now in the world of entertainment. I am Mark Edward Willows. Everyone out there have a great week. I'll see you the next time.
Thanks, Mark. The Villages is the place to be when it comes to great musical entertainment. These are the bands that are ready to perform for you on Wednesday. That's all the news we have for you now. Pick up a copy of Wednesday's Daily Sun to read about Holocaust Remembrance Day. Make sure you get out there and enjoy the Village's lifestyle.
Thanks for watching your VNN Lifestyle News Show.
It is a short song. With this Elvis Presley song. Wise men say, only fools trust, yeah. you. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you for joining us. Stella Acoustic here.
If you have a hearing loss but won't wear a hearing aid, we have exciting news for you.
It's the Lyric Invisible Hearing System. It's placed deep in your ear canal, it's completely undetectable, and the insertion process takes only minutes with no surgery, medication, or pain involved.
You wear it 24 hours a day, there's no maintenance and no batteries to change.
You can sleep, shower, and exercise with it.
In practically the time it's taken us to tell you about this hearing device, we just fit this patient.
Call right now and find out if Lyric is right for you.